Huh. Three straight days in a row, you get a watch along from me. You got Monday Night Raw yesterday. You got the pay-per-view on Sunday, which was pretty good. It opened up the storyline for Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and CM Punk,
AKA Phil.
aka Phil. Phil's back. But now, if you want to turn to Peacock, season 20 of Royal Rumble will be the 2007 version. As you can see here, where it's not numbered, it's where I looked at, I seen with 2010 one, it was just like them filed in a straight line, but I guess I didn't want to do much work on their production side of things.
Yeah, I think this is a cool design, Tony, given the fact that it's like different eras, right? You have Ruthless Aggression era still in play. I don't know, this is a pretty cool design. I can't wait to watch this again, dude. I've been watching it live. And I
And
remember where I was, and it was a fun night, dude. Like I'll let you get into it, but yeah.
this is about what time I stopped watching
Okay.
wrestling. It's closer to 2008, but pretty close to when I stopped watching it for pretty much a decade, a little over. Anyway, let's get the proceedings going by hitting play.
I like the color designs as well. He loves the ears, the logo changes and all that stuff.
Part of me is still always is like the classic yellow WWF logo.
I think one year I tried to go to one in Houston back in 90 or 89, and it was unsuccessful. Just like my life. I'm joking. Yeah, but I can't. It's be a fun. I think it would be a pretty fun, pretty cool Royal Rumble.
Yeah, maybe when Oklahoma City gets to their new arena, maybe they can put on something like Royal Rumble.
Is that going to be a pretty cool state of the art arena, Tony? You think?
Yeah, it's really cool because the outside of it's like a glass facade where you can see into the arena. Then you can see like I'll send you a photo of the early renders, but that'd be 975 million.
Wow.
Probably be $1 billion by the time they include, because I think they're gonna do Thunder Alley again, a place for people to crowd around outside and watch the game outside, which they stopped because some idiot during the playoffs one year shot a gun, so they stopped having it. So, mm, and these blocks are more controlled, so they can dictate traffic. So,
Mm.
the road to WrestleMania.
Brother. Tony, did you watch ECW when it got rebranded?
Yeah, I watched it, especially when RVD was there.
It was different, right? Because like
Yeah,
everything was all black. The ring was all black. It was for what it was. It was not that bad, you know. And it had some pretty
yeah,
good wrestlers on there as well.
I,
Johnson, I think.
but I think I liked it better watching Raw when they just had the hardcore matches and stuff on there.
I wish they still had that belt and the European belt as well, you know.
Jerry looks weird with a black crown.
Mike
Great
Abbott,
wrestler, horrible character as himself. JBL.
JBL. Yeah, he was pretty vanilla. Mike
Well,
Abbott.
why the fuck do they have a table for every one of their brands?
I think to be fair, trying to think to get publicity. If I Well, my only reason because they had every brand involved at the time, yeah.
That was about 5 years after the brand started as their separate pay-per-views and the joint pay-per-views. Then they went back to it for a while. It's just
That's right, yeah. Standalone.
well, which was kind of handy because some people were only able to watch one show, whether it be work or your cable subscription or whatever, since SmackDown went to various channels.
Hmm.
I mean, pretty much everybody had USA Network, so she has long legs.
Um,
Jerry agreed with me. He said long legs.
I should definitely join Mercury broke his nose, right?
Yeah,
What's his name? Johnny Mercury, right?
yeah.
That's right, yeah, that's when he messed up his nose. God, that was awful. Jeez.
I never cared much for that as a separate pay-per-view. Table ladders and chairs. Here comes the Hardy Boys.
It's amazing that it lasted this long, Tony, despite Matt, despite Jeff, Beach, and all that stuff, you know?
Ah, look, Mike's back.
Hey, Mike,
Mike, we
Jerry.
usually don't do this many watch-alongs, but
I was just bored today. Well, I got off work early and had nothing to do, so I figured why not give it a shot.
so we get three watch-alongs. You get the pay-per-views Sunday, Raw yesterday, and the classic watch-along Royal Rumble 2007. I don't think those mats absorb much impact.
Um,
I,
yeah,
I think it's
but
more. I think it's more they keep you from busting your head open or
yeah, but
elbows and stuff.
hey, what are your honest thoughts about the Hardy Boys and their longevity?
And they're what?
Longevity.
Uh, to where they look like babies in 2007.
Well, what are your thoughts on their career basically? Is what I'm trying to ask you.
Yeah, I mean, they started good. They would have been better if the drugs and all the other chaos didn't get in there. But
Who
We
was
are
one?
watching Royal Rumble 2007, which we're watching on Peacock in the US and the rest of the world. I guess you'd have to do some searching on YouTube if it would pop up or a torrent site or something. But
It's on Netflix now.
and I'm not sure what's on Netflix. It's pretty limited.
Mm. But Tony, who was one with the drug problem? It was Jeff Hardy, right? Jeff Hardy,
Yeah,
or was it Matt? Jeff Hardy, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, you know.
It was bound to happen.
I wouldn't say that. I think once you're on painkillers, right, and then it just goes from there. And obviously, he said no, give me more, give me more, give me more, and what happens is that that's when addiction happens, right? So, but he's still alive, so he hasn't done that bad for himself, I guess.
No.
But I think it's important to say that he does have a daughter, so maybe that kind of woke him up.
Oh, you can. I have that on there. Sorry. There you go.
I got the eye to tiger and to fight.
If you can see me, since it's so bright in my room.
Tony, what do you think about Jim Morrison?
Uh, to be fair, I really don't know that much about him.
The rest, I mean.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I really don't know too much about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's also had a lot of talent. I think isn't he in AEW now
I think
as
so.
somebody else?
I think
Is
I,
he?
I think every wrestler over the age of 50 is in AEW, but
Didn't he,
mm,
didn't he win the Intercontinental belt at some point?
I think so. But he was asking him if he was in this Royal Rumble.
Okay. Yeah, so back to what I was talking about. Did you see this? Is this your first time watching this, Tony?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like I said, I wasn't watching that much of that time.
How come?
Let's see.
Was there a
I did,
reason?
not really a reason. I part of it didn't have a cable subscription from 2002 to 2006, and 2006 is when I moved back here to with my grandmother or where my grandmother lived.
Mhm.
And I wasn't feeling too good at the time, so I really wasn't paying much attention to wrestling. It was more 2008 I started kind of watching it, and then by 2010 I wasn't watching it again, and it was nearly a decade before it became watchable again besides the women's wrestling.
So you came back to it around when you started doing a podcast, or what got
Yeah,
your interest going again?
It was about 2000, I don't know, probably 2018, about a little bit before the podcast, but close to it.
Okay. So that's when I was kind of stopped watching during that time. I believe. Yeah. So from 2006 to 2014, I believe, it was every Monday night we'd go to my friend's house to watch Raw. And I don't know if you had this in Oklahoma, where we had Papa John's, and you always order pizza and watch Monday Night Raw almost every Monday night. And
Yeah.
Papa John's was like I think $6 at the time on Monday night. It's like a Monday night special kind of thing. So yeah, we would always watch Monday Night Raw every Monday night. That was really cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of specials like that. Like for a while, they were in Oklahoma. They during Thunder games, it was 30% off your order.
Mhm.
And then I went to Marco's, which Marco's is to me but the best chain pizza restaurant. Nice fresh ingredients.
Is that is that is that nationwide?
Yeah, they're started in the Midwest, like Ohio, Indiana, and then
Hmm.
but they've won awards for being the best pizza.
Yeah. So
They're still expanding, so there's quite a bit of them in Oklahoma now.
but like back to your back to what I was saying, Tony. So I would always like watch like I would always like watch it on like pirate sites,
Yeah,
like the WrestleMania and all that. Because I kind of kept always like kept up with it, but never really watched it.
and it's kind of like I kept up with it because my cousin being such a huge wrestling fan. I think at this point he's been to 10 WrestleManias. Don't think he's bothered going back to Las Vegas this year since it was just their last year. But
Trying to think, Tony. But like yourself, I didn't have cable, so but I would watch. I watch in there basically. Is what happened.
I love Little Caesars crazy bread. Don't understand why they can't make better pizza. I think it's mainly the sauce isn't that good. But at this point, they're probably better than Pizza Hut. I think Pizza Hut's the worst of the chains.
Domino's is pretty good. I
Yeah,
like Domino's.
yeah, Domino's just keeps improving, and they get bigger menus, and pretty regularly you can get a large for unlimited toppings for $10. Sometimes I think for $12 they're around where you can get 5 toppings, which isn't bad.
Mhm.
But they've definitely improved a lot. It's easily where I will order pizza from now.
So where was this at? I'm trying to remember where was this at?
I didn't take what time to look.
Yeah, I forgot myself. Is it San Antonio?
Oh, it doesn't look like Alamo Dome, but it could be.
No, I mean, the AT&T Center, I think, or Southwest.
Yeah, TNT Center in San Antonio.
Yeah, okay. As I remember, I think Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were the last two, and the Undertaker beat him, I think. And where I was, Tony, is my friend Adam's house, and I had never been there before, and I couldn't find it because he's autistic, so he
Yeah.
didn't know like how to get directions. So I finally found it, and so I remember I was the only one going for Undertaker. Everyone else was going for Shawn Michaels. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But that was really fun. I'm a big Undertaker fan. That's why I choose this Royal Rumble because he won.
It, it's weird that he actually had to win one since he's was always at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I forgot who he fought, who he wrestled for the belt.
It's edible. I don't think it's that great a pizza. I, I, s- I still enjoyed going to CC's and being able to have all the pizza you wanted for $5 than $1 for a drink. So you're spending less than $7 to eat all the pizza you want.
What was that one place that had a buffet?
CC's.
Cheese pizza. That's right. Yeah, that pizza was so good. But they got better. They got better, but still pretty. Did you eat Cece's pizza, Tony?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I actually enjoyed going there. But but for us, we'd go in there so much for lunch. We would just tell them what they want, and they would make it fresh for us. So,
That's right. Yeah.
but but here I liked Mazzio's.
Mm.
Mazzio's is a good pizza. And you get pizza in. That's pretty much what kind of regional pizza places. But the best place to get pizza is Home Run Inn in Chicago.
You've had it before?
Yeah, and you can get it in some grocery stores frozen, and that's been the case for like years. And I like it. One thing I like with crust, and since you're in Chicago, you're getting fresh sausage, you're getting all of the fresh meat, and I can't remember who it was lately as one of the chains started selling Chicago tavern style pizza because that's what this is. It's a thin crust pizza. It's not deep dish like Chicago is known for, but it's a lot better. I'm really not a fan of deep dish because you eat one or two slices and you're just totally full.
Turning from the Hardy Boys one.
Yeah, I just seen that. But like their crust, it's like sourdough mixed with like crumbled up crackers. So it gives it like
Really?
yeah, it gives it kind of a crispness or a crispness plus good taste of a sourdough. So it's pretty good.
Crispiness.
But the one I went to is like the one where all the Chicago Bears would go hang out, and it was just full of
Good
Bears
Bears.
memorabilia, pretty much signed stuff from everything. I remember
Okay, 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 okay.
refrigerator Perry signed pictures, several different locations in there. But I thought it was cool as a kid going in there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, take long
But
took it.
oddly enough, one time we went to Las Vegas and we went into this Italian restaurant, and my grandpa was like, "This tastes just like Home Run Inn pizza from Chicago." And the two guys came out from a kitchen that were fixing it, and they were like, "Yeah, we both worked for Home Run Inn."
That's cool.
Yeah, I- it was such a coincidence. We just randomly walk in some Italian restaurant, and that's what we got.
Italian.
I do remember when they'd use these tumblers to pick out the.
Oh, there's Kimbuka. Kimbuka.
What a coincidence! We get to see Kelly after a day she signs a legend contract.
Am I still alive?
Yeah, she signed a legends contract.
How much do you get paid, Tony?
I'm not sure what it is. I think it's more they get promoted, they get to go to signings and stuff, so extra source of income. Booker. Oh,
Is it?
I like Taz when he announced for WWE. Of
Mhm.
course, I liked him as a wrestler too. Bobby Lashley and Test for the ECW World Title. Guess they're using Bobby quite a bit in AEW. I think it was kind of a just WWF never knew what to do with him. Just restart the hurt business. That's what. AEW ended up doing. But there's just so many wrestlers they just don't use, and I don't get it. Kind of disappointing now that they're not doing a draft, but I kind of wondered if they were going to because when we were watching the Raw yesterday, I can't remember who from SmackDown that had officially started from as a Raw wrestler now, but I think it's basically I'm sure probably ESPN or not ESPN, but Netflix has the biggest say, hey, we want these people here. But instead, you've been getting on them on both main roster shows. And I was reading, I know you don't like her, Alonzo, but I was talking about Tiffany Stratton becoming really good friends with Nia Jax, and it started because they were set together of a 19-hour flight over there. I can't imagine sitting in an airplane for 19 hours.
Is it me or does Tess look like LA Knight? Yeah.
Yeah, if you would use some black dye on him, you would definitely get him.
Tony, what do you feel about LA Knight? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just he's almost too much. Just tries to do the verbiage stuff that Rock did. And I don't know. I've never been that into him.
It's
I
kind
know
of cut.
Stan.
Sorry,
I
go
know Stan really liked him, but I don't know. He does the kind of a classic wrestling moves, elbow drop and stuff. But he's all right. I'm not super crazy about him.
Oh, Mike, yeah, man, John Morrison. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. When I said Jim Morrison, Jesus, man. Yeah, John Morrison. Talk to Alice falling asleep. We just had about what we are gonna do before we talk about LA Knight.
I was just saying that he's all right at that.
Before that. Before
Oh,
that.
I can't remember. I was talking about Tiffany Stratton becoming real good friends with Nia Jax
Like
because of their
on a personal level.
yeah, because they were seated together in their 19-hour flight to Australia, so they really got to know each other.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she's fine, but she's just so lazy in the ring. That just
Yeah, Nia Jax.
yeah, it's like what female Yokozuna.
uh,
I
and
should have said it to you and Russ the other day. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I clicked and it was showing. I forgot what his original name was, but it showed that and just how wild his hair was.
Yokozuna.
Definitely the Samoan hair going on.
Yokozuna.
It's still crazy to think that man died at 32 years,
Yeah.
32 years young. I mean,
If you hear Undertaker's speech, about when he got inducted to the Hall of Fame. You could tell like it still hits him. You know, him and Brian Adams, all those guys that they were his friends that passed away or since moved on to heaven. How finally he talked about it, you know. So it kind of it's kind of pretty special. You know, whenever you can talk highly about your friends, even though they're no longer with us.
Yeah, it's different.
So speaking of people who have since left us test, do you think that he got his full potential, Tony, or do you think that he would have gotten a bigger push?
I don't know. It's hard of a time because you have Orton just kind of getting his start. Cena, you had Bobby here. I don't know. I just can't see what you could have do too much more with him. I don't think he had plenty of talent. I guess you could have because you had people like The Miz that won the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, it was it was kind of like a weird time for the WWE, you know, especially having like three brands that each had to push everyone. And it was kind of like a sink or swim kind of thing, there, you know. I think that's how I got out of it.
Yeah,
Eh,
and if you made Vince mad or somebody else mad, it didn't take long to get dropped to a smaller show or to show it up for Raw. You're on Superstars, and I'll always forget. I'll always forget what other show they had for a SmackDown brand, for original one.
it was hard.
I'm trying to think what the first one was called.
Tuesday Night Titan.
It was it was on MTV, but I
Oh,
can't
tough
remember.
enough.
No, it wasn't tough enough. It was an it was it was something they filmed the hour after SmackDown finished and they had aired on a Sunday. Just kind of like at the time they were, I can't, what was it? They were filming SmackDowns on Tuesdays and airing them on Thursdays.
Oh, Heat. Was it Heat 20?
I think Heat was the second name for it. Should be about time for the Spurs to find them a new home. It's weird how they only use these arenas for about 30 years and they're done with them now. Like perfectly fine arenas, they just tear down, build a new one as close as possible. Unless, like in San Francisco, you do it in Santa Clara for the football. It's like that's 60 miles almost. 2-hour trip the way the California traffic is from San Francisco to Santa Clara. But I think I got as much out of Candlestick Park as they could.
Remember the thing about San Francisco? Do you remember the '89 World Series, Tony?
Yeah.
When the earthquake in San Francisco, it was in San Francisco, Oakland.
And it was weird too because we went there in '92 and you still had so much of that highway, the double decker highway that
Mm-hmm.
was just collapsed down on what was below it, then going against the Bay Bridge. You could see the places where they had replaced the concrete, but it was weird, like nearly 3 years later, that because I was only like 3 months away from being 3 years, but it was so weird just still seeing all that stuff collapsed and damaged. Bobby Lashley wins from countout. I wonder what the other two announce tables were doing during these matches. What's funny is Bobby looks just like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude hasn't aged a day. 18 years later, looks totally the same. And yeah, somebody like AJ Styles looks completely like a completely different person. CM Punk looks quite a bit different. But Bobby looks like Bobby.
Didn't CM Punk make his debut in 2008 or was it 720?
It was one of those years.
He came from Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, because I know AJ Styles was 2007, so was Samoa Joe.
There's one dude that can't stand Samoa Joe. Go back to this
I
and stop.
I remember just a few years ago how big of a deal people were making of him winning the NXT title.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and he ended up becoming AEW champion.
Samoa Joe. Right back, Tony.
Vince looks weird dressed in gold.
He always looks weird. Master Canada. Canada.
to be weird. Tomorrow will be 4 shows in 4 days, Alonzo.
Hmm. Doing yesterday?
I guess we didn't do one yesterday, but it seems like Monday was just right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been advertising this game for 3 months.
Okay.
Eagles and Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, Canada. Mm-hmm. Honey can't do it in person, but she can do it in the microphone. Tiger,
What?
can you do an impression of Mr. Kennedy into the mic?
Nah.
Mr. Kennedy, Kennedy. That's pretty funny, Tony.
I always thought these beat the clock matches were weird and kind of weird now that they took for. I thought they sound like they were totally getting rid of the speed championship, but no, they brought it to Alonzo's new favorite show, NXT.
Kennedy. Tony,
Been trying forever to get Russ to watch it, but I got Alonzo watching it instead.
well, no, I watched it. I was on my lunch break at work. But yeah, I saw it, and Lash Legend was on there. All right, go ahead, Lash.
She's a big woman, but not a lard ass like Naya. She's actually just big.
God. Oh my God.
Mr. Kennedy. That was weird when they, instead of having wireless microphones, they had a wire and they dropped it down and lifted it up.
Honey, have you noticed the difference since Batista became a movie star? How he just had work done on his face.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me, man.
It's like I get one thing fixed and that might help them look better, but then they just keep on going.
Hmm.
Especially like a certain of your favorite 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. For
Talk
some
about
reason, you don't include with 2000s. But
yeah. It's just um.
Mike, did you hear my speech about Marcos? Because that's the number rated chain now. My
Is my
roommate my roommate happens to work at Marco's Pizza, but I definitely like their fresh ingredients and their sandwiches are good too, but their pizzas are great. A surprisingly good thing they have, Alonzo, is salads.
what
It
kind of
might cost
salads they
seven
have?
or might cost 7 or 8. They're can't remember what particular ones they have, but they're all good.
Dude,
They have like salami and stuff in them. Salami and ham. And all the darker romaine lettuce and stuff in it. All right, man, Alonzo, you have to cover yourself for 10 minutes, and I'll be back.
okay.
I've seen Batista live, but I never got that. Oh my God, he's a killer human being, like I did with Brock. Even though here you can tell he's not on the steroids, but even in like 2002, he just didn't look like Brock did, or a certain Steiner.
I think Batista. I think he had to work extra hard to try to fit in because if you remember when he first came about, he was a jobber essentially,
Yeah,
and just to see him where he is at now, you kind of appreciate where he's been the past, I don't know, 20 years, 23 years, I think.
yeah,
Because didn't he come in at the same time as John Cena?
yeah.
But, I think the best move that he could have done was having Triple H and Ric Flair as his mates, along with Randy Orton, right? And him leaving
Yeah,
was a big deal back then.
I think he enjoys making movies.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's gotten better, obviously, being in, you know, 007 James Bond movie, kind of, slouch by that point if you're being in a James Bond movie as a villain. And then him being in the M. Night Shyamalan movie, of course, just adds to his, I guess, resume. And he's done pretty well for himself.
Yeah,
And he's been in Dune, so he's been in some pretty good movies. Blade Runner, so he's not slouched no more. There's always an argument, who's a better, wrestler turned actor. And Batista to me is like it got to a point where you could make an argument that he's done well for himself, and
Yeah,
you know,
those Guardians of the Galaxy movies
oh
definitely
yeah,
helped him. Don't know why he wasn't in the third one, but
he was.
or the second one. I guess he was. Was it the second one? Which one wasn't he? I can't remember.
He was in all of them.
I thought they replaced him in one of them.
Nah, he said he'd probably never do another one because the aesthetics and all that took so long for his costume or his character. No, I don't
My,
blame
my,
him.
Mike, you don't pick like mozzarella sticks or stuffed mushrooms or something like that over salad. Well, what do you get before pizza? Or do you just go straight to the pizza Lanza?
Yeah, yeah, groceries
Alonzo,
for pizza. Man.
Alonzo's
But
like, I just want the pizza.
I used to Tony run into that. There's a pizza place called Brothers Pizza that been going since 2006 and in 2008, and they make this very good antipasta salad.
Yeah,
And it's really good.
that's kind of what these Marcos salads are.
It's like a almost like Greek salad kind of
Yeah,
pepperoni and all that and cheese on it. It's really good. I enjoy it. Just like it has something healthy.
so where did Mr. Kennedy dominate Batista?
It's a shame that he didn't get more of a run. I think he probably was one of those like that pissed off instant man. I think he also made a run at TNA as Mr. Anderson.
I so hated these SmackDown referee shirts.
Is that
Still,
there?
still, I'm still not sure if I'm a fan of the new dark gray ones with like with two black stripes down them for every show.
Did No Patrick get demoted to SmackDown, Tony? No Patrick.
What about him?
Did he get demoted to SmackDown?
He's on there.
I'm sorry, Canada.
It was weird. I think it was one of the Raws that had like Jessica did like five of the matches.
Mm-hmm.
Never understood just doing the half Boston crab. Think you got plenty of room to drag yourself out of harm's way. It's weird. He likes the blood dripping into his mouth from his nose.
Oh.
Seems like these matches are long so far.
Mm-hmm.
How's he doing it? He has big giant shoulders. That's how he can lift him up over his shoulders. I'm glad they don't do that as much as they used to. Just work on one limb trying to take them out. Even though they have started doing it more lately. It's weird. I bet you Batista here's 85 to 100 pounds lighter than like the 2002 version of Batista.
Nowadays,
No, I'm just saying from this pay per view, bet you that much difference in the 5 years. Because he was huge.
mhm.
Are you hulking yourself up, Batista? His little favorite move that Russ loves, a little riff bump. Oh, yeah, it took so long to set up those displays back then. 'Cause I had such massive stage setups.
Mhm.
Now they're doing the bare minimum so they can squeeze as many fans as they can.
Is that right, Tony?
Yeah. It's weird that one in Paris, I don't know if you heard it or not, but it was the biggest arena in Europe and there's 30,000 fans Sunday and 23,000 fans there Monday. So 53,000 fans in an arena over 2 nights. That's pretty damn good. Batista.
Hornswoggle.
Swaggle was mentioned in the little clip Russ sent us earlier.
Hornswoggle was funny. Hey, 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 hey. Tony, how did her song go, Tony?
Whose song?
Kelly Kelly.
I don't remember.
Kelly. Go, Kelly, 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 Kelly.
I'm sure they'll be playing it once he appears for first time as a legend. What type of reaction do you think AJ Lee will get in 2.5 weeks?
Wait, isn't it on the SmackDown on Friday?
It's to be a husband and wife team at WrestlePalooza on the 20th.
So it's not Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
And so it'd be Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and AJ Lee and CM Punk.
AJ Lee. Who's it now? Who's it now, Tony? Dragon Lee, Wesley.
AJ
Who
Lee.
else? Dragon Lee, right? Wesley and who else?
Uh,
Before AJ Lee.
uh, who else did we have? We had a couple. We started
Dragon,
kind of stretching it out there.
and it was Dragon off Lee, right? Dragon off Lee. Who else was it, Tony?
I'm trying to think. We had Wesley, but Wesley didn't last too long.
Oh man.
And then we had Dragon Lee and who was the other Lee we had? Because for Dragonoff, we always call him Gavin. Call he grabbed 3 balls. Drop chill. So she's just standing there the entire time in that outfit. he he's still one of my favorite wrestlers. Damn. But I liked him when they had him paired up with JBL. 30 seconds left of my commercial. I'll be back in less than 10 minutes, Alonzo.
Okay. So this is for the world heavyweight title between John Cena and Umaga. Sadly, Umaga too has since passed away. So a lot of people, well, aren't not a lot, but some people from the pay per view when this Royal Rumble passed away and gone far too soon. Kind of unfortunate. I don't know how Umaga died, but it was sudden and unfortunate. Um, so he came from the family tree that is the Samoans. Um, he was Rock's cousin. I believe he was Rosie's brother or cousin. I forgot. As Turner comes back. Um, maybe he was Roman Reigns' brother. But yeah, they've had some tragedy as well on that side of the family. So yeah, Umaga really had a lot of talent, had a lot going for him. Um, yeah, very unfortunate. But I believe this is John Cena's fifth year in the WWE. So he's already become champion, obviously. I think he won the Intercontinental title in 2004 at that WrestleMania. Um, so you've seen kind of, I don't think he's even peaked yet as far as becoming a champion. But this is kind of serendipitous given the fact that John Cena's career is going to come to an end. And this is 20 years later, um, which is crazy to me how long he's been actually in the WWE. So I think this is a little bit past the Doctor of Economics character. Uh, so it's also kind of funny hearing good old JR call the match as well. So John's gonna just do the just the text still steps and then manga. And then manga's out for the count. You know, like so, the Royal Rumble is on Peacock. And the Royal Rumble is in San Antonio in 2007. So I believe YouTube has it on there as well. But me and Tony have Peacock, so
I'm back, Alonzo.
hi Tony, how are you?
I can see we got a Mike left a message. Yeah, we're streaming it from Peacock at season 20 on Peacock.
Tony, so was Umaga Owen Reigns' brother, right?
Yeah, basically all those guys were.
And Rosie also, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
no, they all worked out. Especially Jacob Fatu. I think he lost Season's bleeding pretty good there. I myself agreeing with Ric Flair for the first time in a while, saying that Orton's underused. It's like he's been perfectly healthy. It's weird to you can probably find it on there somewhere. Not sure where it will be in another 6 months when Peacock's deal for the library ends. As much as I don't want it, I almost want it to go to Netflix. As long as it's set up like it is on Peacock.
Mm-hmm. So Tony, let me get this right. Two of Roman Reigns' brothers have passed away, right?
I'm not sure.
Rosie and isn't Rosie his brother?
I'm not. I'm not familiar with all of them, Alonzo.
Because Rosie was part of the tag team, remember?
Really wasn't watching it when Roman Reigns first went there. But
The Shield?
yeah. But he's on the Rock side of the family because he's second cousin to the Usos and Jacob Fatu.
Okay, so Rosie was his brother. It was cognitive heart failure. So
And this
Rosie
one they had
and
Noah's and Fatu's split apart. What are you gonna say, Alonzo?
so Hurricane and Rosie were tag team partners. Yeah, Rosie and Jamal and Hurricane.
And it's weird how Yokozuna was way older than Roman. Yeah, definitely. If you're watching the ones from the 80s or even the 90s, or a lot of them are not with us. Yeah, I think he was like 650 pounds when he died.
So Umaga and Jacob were brothers, right? So he had a heart attack. Umaga.
No, they're not brothers.
Well, Jacob and Umaga, he died. He died in Houston too.
Journey Fatu's his brother or sister, whatever whoever she was. But Samuel Fatu slash Samoan Savage slash Tonga kid slash Tama. That's why they came with Tama Tonga. That is Rakishi's twin brother, which is Jacob's dad. I used to have one on my phone, but I don't anymore. I like how when WWE did that family tree last year, they just had Nia Jax. They just had her off to the side. They didn't have her in any of the branches of the family.
So again, Tony. Sorry.
I said they didn't have
So it says Solo Sokoa is his nephew. Yeah, honest is confusion, Tony.
is whose nephew?
Solo Sokoa.
Is whose nephew?
Umaga. I was at the Sandman. Is he still alive, Tony?
Who?
The Sandman?
Yeah, he's still there. John Cena retains.
Oh wow, you found it, Tony, huh?
Yeah. At one time I could zoom with my iPad on an image, and I can't do that anymore. Samoa Joe is not related to him, so. This is like red paint. It doesn't even look like blood. It's weird how much different he looked there. There's Theodore Long. You can tell this is near the end of the Attitude Era. I've never liked JBL when he became himself.
I think he, I don't know, like, to me, he's very boring. It seems like he only had that clothesline from hell and that was it. I think they gave him a push that he didn't really need. Or the fans, I didn't really care for him either.
He was great in that tag team in the early 2000s. It's funny they show in his room where he podcast from, and he has all these Japanese swords and stuff in there.
Who's that?
Ugh, Layfield.
Oh,
hated when they started putting those giant WrestleMania signs up there.
It's funny how like you see like Finn Finley um got a big push as well because if you know your old school, I guess WCW slash NWA, you would know that he was also in that promotion as well. Um, I believe he was a trainer before he was a wrestler in the WWE. Tony, is that correct?
Who?
Finn Finley.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
It's quite interesting to know how he got a second chance, or at least they gave him a second chance, rather, I think.
It's weird how many heavyweight champions they had that were like the security guard people. Like Drew McIntyre, he was one of them.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said it's weird how many of those security guard people ended up being world champions, like Drew McIntyre. Mm, he's one of those guys when would see with
You know what's funny?
30, 30 security people come out.
What was this guy?
I think LA Knight was too. I think LA Knight was one of those security guys for a while.
So I wonder if Kenny Dykstra is related to Tony Dykstra, the baseball player. You know Tony?
Yeah.
Lenny Dykstra, the baseball player.
Sorry, you're distracting me from looking at Lillian Garcia.
Oh, where are you at? Did you
I'm
pause?
at the
Did you
huh?
pause it?
No, I'm at the start of start of a rumble. Where are you at?
I'm at 147.11.
I always hate it when you give it to me like that because I have to like go over here and
That's what she said.
I guess it showed more ads for me or something.
Oh, you have the ads.
Thought this thing was taking forever. They did work with each other at WCW.
Who's that?
Teddy and Undertaker.
Oh yeah, we want player.
Ah, Ed, somebody I've seen their cock. Here's a
Happens.
true. Here's a true story.
What is that?
Me seeing Edge's cock.
And you're proud of that, Tony?
What?
You're proud of
Yeah.
that?
Why not?
Just so far as the action-packed Rumble, huh, Tony?
Yeah. From the 2 minutes I've seen of it since I was at Lolly Garcia announcing everybody. Pirate.
Wasn't Kenny Dykstra a part of the Spirit Squad?
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I ever cared much for Tommy Dreamer. He's one of those ACW guys I never really got into.
yeah, so it is weird how they tried to rematch the ECW guys in TNA and it just didn't work, you know. You're sure it's already?
What?
We're figured out already? We're figured out?
Sabu.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they try to hold on to all the ECW guys just for nostalgia reasons, probably, or just give them a job.
Yeah.
You know, feel like they're a part of something. Even Sabu, you know, he didn't do much, but I'm sure he appreciated, you know, Vince McMahon giving him a job. I think that's all he wanted, really, is just to be
I think it was more that
recognized.
Paul Heyman was,
Oh,
I think at this time, was writing SmackDown.
wasn't it where like Brock Lesnar was already left?
Yeah.
Okay. The Hurricane. Oh, jeez.
Never could stand him.
He wasn't bad.
Remember one of the SmackDowns I seen, they kept doing backstage promos with him. And he was in the battle royal that Hulk Hogan won to face Triple H, and Triple H won. Yeah, he just never fit in there at all.
Who's that?
Tommy Dreamer, once ECW became owned by WWE.
There's a wrestler that I wish would have had more chance for Sheldon Benjamin. To this day, I still think one of the greatest matches of all time was between him and Shawn Michaels on Raw.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do more with him, but
He's in AEW, right, Tony?
yeah, they teamed up with Bobby Lashley. Part of a hurt business.
Who else is in it?
Ah,
MVP, right? MVP.
yeah. It's weird getting used to Kane when they stopped doing either makeup or mask on him.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Dreamer did nothing during that match. Besides
I,
getting tossed out.
I like Kane. He's like one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time, I think.
Still legal because he only had a 1 foot touch. Kane just throwing everybody out. Looks like a totally different guy. CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as AJ Styles. Guy had way too much plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
AJ. He
Mm-hmm.
just looks like a generic wrestler when you like first trading your character. If you look at him in 2007, he looks so much different. You didn't know it was the same person. You want to know it was the same person?
Wow.
You only like Bill because he has a Pepsi tattoo on him. Oh, I get along. They kept calling him King Booker after he won
King Booker.
King of the Ring.
Yeah, he isn't that. He is really funny, huh, Tony?
Yeah. It's funny watching him react to somebody like Brooke Monroe. Booker still likes his ladies.
Mm.
He really get worked up. And Stephanie would do the devil's kiss. He's like, I got him. Shane just walking around punching everybody except for Booker.
King Booker. Is that super cool?
Yeah. Hardy's going after Kane. I know he did a lot to help ECW, but I never got into Sandman.
Yeah, I think once it changed dynamics, you can't beat the original, but they did their best at recreating it
Yeah.
by adding WWE talent and all that. So, like I said before, it was like I think more nostalgia than it was anything else. And you had like up and comers like CM Punk. Um, so to me it served its purpose. You know, I mean, and it competed really well. And it was on the Sci-Fi Network, which was pretty cool. So I think it did alright for itself, despite being despite it being recreated. Tony, you know, so
What was it TNA? Was it that one that was on the TV Guide channel?
TNA, I'm not sure. I didn't watch TNA much, but at that time I didn't really.
I was just working so much. I have evenings off where I could watch much wrestling. I had to
Yeah,
keep up
same
with
here.
it, but I didn't watch much of it. Yeah, I never got into TNA like both my cousins. Mike, I hope you continue to tune in when we're on. We'll be on tomorrow at 4 Central, 5 Eastern, 10 UK, since that's the only time we can get Mr. Russ, Cousin Russ, I might as well say. Don't know when Cousin Liv's coming back. She was supposed to be gone that long. I always forget how small Benoit was.
Mm-hmm.
Almost everybody on there is a good head shorter than they were. That was a weird time because you like that first night you had all the like talent crying, and as it finally was coming out what was actually happened, everybody had to do a quick U-turn. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think more of a WCW talent. Yeah, I think Van Dam was really like only
At the time.
mainstream mainstream ECW guy.
Mm-hmm. King Booker, King
I think
Booker.
I think RVD should have got a couple title runs in him.
Yeah, but again, we don't know what happened with that cocaine charge. King Booker.
It's weird how short the entrance is to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this was the time they started kind of scaling back the entrance ramps and the stage setups.
Mabel. Oh my God. It's really.
I just don't know how Van Dam could do that much energy for that long. Forgot about Johnny Nitro. This late into it, you would think, oh, it'd be hard as fuck to get Mabel out. You know, don't know what Bidwell's doing there, putting the leg hold on. It's like seems like they had all their top talent in the like first 15, and the last 15 is just a bunch of nobodies.
Kieran Thorne.
Just clothesline the shit out of RVD.
Remember was the time that Wade Barrett broke his forearm? That was
Uh,
crazy.
yeah. But yeah, to me, I'm surprised you don't see more of those type of injuries.
Hmm.
They're doing all kinds of crazy moves on the concrete, and just your arm and stuff can get torqued weird.
Tony, what was Hardcore Holly's for original nickname? Was it Bob Scott Pug Holly?
Yeah. Oh, somebody has a problem with him being out there.
Oh, not Dr. Death Williams. Geez, Tony.
Dr. Death, what do you think of him?
Far right. The Fall Classic. Raw for Raw Classic, rather. That's what I think about Dr. Death Williams, man, is that damn Fall for Raw. Raw for Raw, you know. Unfortunately, that's what I remember him by, Tony. And that being an Oklahoma Sooner. Oh, yeah. The Oklahoma Sooner himself, Dr. Steve
Yep,
Williams.
on the wrestling and football team.
Tell you, why does Shamaco switch his pants style?
I don't know.
They're always tucked in his boot, right?
Yeah,
I wonder if that has something to do with his knees.
maybe. Maybe like something to go over his cowboy boots.
Wow.
Cause now you see him all he has on is cowboy boots. I never liked it like this when you get 12 guys into the ring. I always think it's better if they keep it at like 4 to 6.
Hmm. Do you know Bob Holly's still alive, Tony?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yep. Born in 1963, age 62.
Wow.
Chavo.
Trouble.
Ring names for Bob: Bob Holly, Bob Howard, Bombastic Bob, Hardcore Holly, Thurman, Sparky Plug.
Yeah, Sparker Plug, that's what it was. And he's still married to his wife too. Good for him. Right, so he's like, after debuting in 1987, Holly worked for World Organization of Wrestling, Smoking Mountain Wrestling, and other independent promotions before joining WWE full-time in 1994, initially portraying the character of NASCAR driver Diamond Sparky Plug. His name was soon changed to Bob Spark Plug, Spark Plug Holly. In 1998, under the name Bombastic Bob, he formed a tag team with Bart Gunn, known as the Midnight Express. Towards the end of that same year, Howard reverted to the Bob Holly name and joined the stable, the Dog Squad. Interesting.
It's weird how this like class 15 are just all
So
nobodies.
I forgot that Hardcore Holly suffered a broken neck during a match with Brock Lesnar, which sidelined him for over a year.
Yeah,
Upon his return, he engaged in a major feud with Lesnar for the WWE Championship and minor feuds with other wrestlers, such as
yeah,
Mr. Kennedy and Rob Van Dam.
with those F5, all those F5s, it's surprising he didn't hurt more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still 11 people in there when you're at number 30. Not one foot hit the floor, both feet hit the floor. You can clearly see both his feet hit the floor when Bulldog should have eliminated him. It's weird now how many of those guys can stop with one leg or whatever, hop up on a rail with one foot and get back in the ring. I mean, how could you hop with one leg onto the barricade and jump back in the ring? But the other
Co-
guys that can do it, that's just
didn't, didn't,
insane.
didn't Kofi do that one year?
And somebody did it this year, I think, or maybe it was last year. It's happened recently. And I think it happened on one of the Battle Royals on NXT as well. So you work tomorrow, Alonzo, or do I get to see you a fourth time in 5 days?
No, working tomorrow, unfortunately.
Literally in there for like 2 seconds.
It is.
Great Khali just throwing everybody up. Carlito got bitch slapped out of her. He kind of looks like one of those cavemans from Geico, just bigger. God, Shawn Michaels looks so tidy up to him. Not even as tall as his shoulders are. That was a hell of a power slam. That's kind of weird. In the 20 years, nobody from 30th had one. Like how everybody else is just taking a rest. As Kamala and Undertaker's beating the shit out of each other.
Good Cody. You said Kamala, Tony.
How's that Collie?
Kamala. I like this version of Undertaker.
I always thought that was cool as a kid, but then you realize, oh, he's just using other guys' balance to walk across the rope.
I I think that's kind of cool how they call that movie old school.
Yeah, I was really hoping Orton would eventually go ahead and Cena in a number of titles. Must Undertaker open pretty good. Double clothesline. Walking around like he's drunk.
Snake eyes.
Spear from Edge. Who do you think was a super? Was it Vince was a super Shawn Michaels fan? It almost had to be.
Imagine being a million miles away. Let's join stiffness and swelling. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions may increase risk of infections in myocardial.
Oh. Speaking of Papa John's, it's a Papa John's commercial time.
You want to add, Tony?
Yeah,
I pause it.
it's over. Undertaker just set up.
Yeah, I pause it.
Shawn Michaels just kicked up. Oh my god, he just threw him halfway across the ring like he's nothing. I don't know why he doesn't want to push him over the post.
I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, ESPN app needs some serious work. You'd figure they'd have it together since you can watch all the regular ESPN channels on it, and college football just started. You'd figure they'd have it polished up, but nope. Guess I got 2.5 weeks to figure it out for Wrestlepalooza. That's such a stupid name for it. I mean, it's kind of like the crown jewel being in Perth, Australia. It's like that's a sad event. Sorry. Where they
Yes.
started at class in the castle, and they do class in Paris, and
So they're gonna have class in Oklahoma.
I should still go in November. Just Raws in Oklahoma City the week of Survivor Series.
Nice. Whereas in the wow.
And Undertaker wins. Yay.
That's incredible, Tony. The arena.
Yeah, it's a striking design. Like I said, it's got that whole clear glass facade so you can see the fans going up the stairs and all that. And
They're gonna honor the Oklahoma City bombing victims. That's surreal.
yeah, I think they came up with a good design.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Some of the questions they asked him was like, how are you to keep birds from flying into it? How are you to keep hail from breaking it? It's like there's so many types of glass they can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or ask how the sun wouldn't be a problem. It's like are you sad Big Vince didn't give you the victory? Is that why you're crying? I was strong crying on us. Yeah, I know with an arena like that, they'll be getting some pay-per-view. Supposed to open in 2028.
That was a good match, Tony.
Yeah. It's like the end of the Rumble was about the best part of it. After you had to put up with all the nobody wrestlers getting thrown in there. Looking at quality. Great Khali throw him out earlier. Well, thanks for the selection, Alonzo. Royal Rumble 2007.
That was pretty fun, Tony, to relive that And again, it was a good Royal Rumble. I thought, growing up watching this, I thought that I was going for Undertaker, obviously. And yeah, it was good. It was good Royal Rumble. The matches were good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. You got to see a lot of the failed wrestlers of the period.
Most of the past their prime, Tony. I was say that.
No, but a lot of them were younger. It's like they were trying to find
Yeah,
another Randy Orton or
yeah. That
another
Kevin,
another John Cena or Randy Orton in there, and it just
like
wasn't that happen.
Kenny Extra and Chris Nestor.
Get the hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane.
I was really like, who came up with this idea?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
When they had it in Oklahoma City, I'm like, hey, they need an earthquake wrestler, or not earthquake, but tornado,
Hmm.
or put him in a tornado tag team match.
Yeah, I think this leads to of course WrestleMania and the the way it's going to turn out. Undertaker obviously picks Batista.
Yeah, like Batista, I think he just probably offended too many of the higher ups there to get more of a push than he originally got. I can't believe Alonzo, you made me break out a certain somebody. Mister.
After death.
Still don't know when this guy's coming back. Drag enough.
I'm dragging off. Hopefully it's sooner than later, Tony, but maybe it's not happening in his rehab.
It's weird. The ones that were in this line, it was Dragonoff, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Zoe Stark, Braun Breaker, and Tommaso Ciampa.
Champa.
Ciampa.
Also Champa.
Well, why can't we gotta pick an easier to pronounce name?
Champa, huh?
I can do Ela Dragonoff. I can't do like when Russ the day was trying to get us to pronounce it right. Well, anyway, Alonzo, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tony. I know it's short notice, but I want to come on because tomorrow I know I'm probably busy.
And
Yeah,
again,
that was
thank you,
fun.
Mike Abbott, for joining us with third time in a row. Hopefully, you'll see us tomorrow. But that's it for our watch along. Again, you can see us at 4 Central tomorrow, 10 in the UK, 5 East Coast, 2 in the Pacific, and anywhere else you can figure it out on your own. And this was Alonzo's classic pick. for a classic watch along. Hopefully, we'll get to do more of these, but just one thing that stopped us, just there's been a pay per view almost 3 out of 4 weeks lately. It's kind of hard to find the time to squeeze one of these in, but Alonso was bored, so we got us a classic watch along. So thanks for anybody that watches this back. Goodbye.